Workplace burnout and staff turnover are rising across Australia and around the world as more businesses rethink the way they lead and support their employees. For more, I'm joined at the desk, Geddes from Exceptional Care for You. Great to see you on Ticker once again.
Thank you.
Obviously, the issues are continuing and getting worse. Why are so many Australians facing burnout at work, do you think?
I think the pressures at work are huge. I think that people really do want to do their best, but we often don't have the resources to do our best, and that puts a lot of pressure on people. I think there's also been a really hard transition back from COVID. I think working from home, then coming back into the office is a lot of pressure. The travel, all that's associated with that. And I think, times have changed. People communicate differently now too. People are much more precious now. Workplaces aren't as much fun as they used to be because we all have to be careful. I think there's lots of contributing factors.
I think you are so right. I have seen it myself in many workplaces, including my own, where it's not just that disengagement and burnout. It is because post-COVID, the relationship has changed. The workplace laws have changed. The way people look at work compared to the importance of having a life has changed as well.
Yep.
Talk to us about what that has done to workplaces and to employees.
I think recruitment is really, really hard. There are a lot less people who want to fill full-time roles. So businesses are stuck with job sharing, which sometimes isn't the best solution. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, depending on the role. It's also, I think people, this isn't going to go down well, I don't think people are as committed to work because they now know there's much more out there.
Whereas, I think you're right. I think that there has been a drastic change. Do you think it's just an Australian situation? I found myself on a dinner table with people from around the world last week in New York, and I was trying to explain, and they were looking at me as if I was crazy. Is it an Australian phenomenon that we have had because we had longer lockdowns, because we have new workplace laws, and generally Australians, the relationship with the boss has always been pretty different?
Yes, and I think it probably is more Australian, and even I'd go more specific and say Victorian.
Interesting.
Because we had very long lockdowns.
And also strong unions too.
Yes,
Different mentality there.
Absolutely. Unions make a very big difference. And I think younger people especially have learnt that they've got rights now, whereas when I started work, I just did as I was told.
Oh yes,
that's not the case now.
In journalism when I was 20 years old. I mean, it was a heck of an industry. Talk to us about emotional intelligence and how that can play into effective leadership, because we still do need employees, we still do need workplaces, we still do need everyone to work together. What's the role of effective leadership and emotional intelligence compared to what you and I went through when we first started our careers?
Yeah, look, I always say I'm the boss I am today because I'm nothing like the bosses that I've had in the past. Or I may have taken little bits of each of those and built a much better version of being a boss. I am very open with my staff. There's nothing hidden. If they want to know the financial books, they can look at the financial books. I know each of them. I know each of their stories. I interview each person who comes into my business, whether it's the lowest paid job or the highest paid job. They're all treated exactly the same. So that relationship, I think, is really, really important, because especially with younger people who have been through lockdown, they need closer relationships to help them adapt to the workplace. And everyone wants to be loved at the end of the day. We all want to feel special. We all want to feel treasured. I'm not saying that I love all my employees, but I'm saying that I have a good relationship with all of them. And I think that's really keenly important, because you need to know when they're not on their game, so you can step in and say what's going on. Do you need to go home? I'm very free with letting people go home if they need to, because at the end of the day, they're no use to me if they're sitting at work not doing their job anyway. So, and we have that sort of honest relationship that we can discuss things, we can come to resolutions, and it's done easily.
What's fascinating is that many employers are struggling to retain staff at a time where the unemployment rate is going up. And I have seen it myself. Some people would rather be unemployed than work full-time at the moment.
Absolutely, yep, absolutely. And I guess I'm lucky in my business. I have over 90 staff, but 80 of those are casual care workers. So they have the best of life, really. They work really hard and they do a very tough job, but they choose where they work and the hours they work. So I guess I'm fortunate from that point of view.
So flexibility is key.
Absolutely. But in our main office, absolutely. And in our main office, we have full-time staff, and there's some of those that would like to work from home, but it's not appropriate in our business for that to happen. But I reckon I could have an empty office any day if that was possible, because they do look for a more comfortable life-work balance.
Absolutely. If you're going to have them, make them happy.
Yeah.
Really appreciate your insights. If people want to find out more, I know you've got a book here. How can they do so?
Yeah, so you can go to my website, exceptionalcareforyou.com, or my personal one, geddes.com.
Always appreciate your insights on Ticker. Thank you.
Thank you.